Now, in case you're joining us for the first time, we've just switched on the radio. Huge news this evening. talkSPORT understands Chelsea have held initial talks with former Spurs boss Mauricio Pochettino. Chelsea fans, does that excite you, Spurs fans? How would that make you feel if he took over your rivals? 03717223344. It's interesting, isn't it? We're going to speak to Luke, a Chelsea fan who's just called up. Chelsea fans, if you call now, you can react to that news before anyone else on the planet. It's just broken. 03717223344. Before we speak to Luke, how do you feel? So there was a time when you were an Arsenal fan, George Graeme was your manager, and he went over, ironically, to the other side of North London and managed Spurs. How do you feel when one of your club legends, right? Jose, of course, club legend at Chelsea, went to Spurs. How do you feel when that happens?
He went to United first.
He did, yeah, but it's not, it's not
but
London.
Chelsea, Man United rivalry at the time.
Yeah. How do you feel when that happens?
The George Graeme one, I rarely remember it. I know it was a while ago, but I think some Spurs fans will be like, oh, I can't believe he's done that. But secondly as well, he's been there the whole time. He's been out of work for a while now. Spurs got rid of Conte, and the word was, get Conte gone, get Pochettino in, give him some money in the summer, let him start to rebuild. But for whatever reason, Spurs haven't done that. Now, whether that's Pochettino's decision or Spurs' decision, we don't know. But I don't think Spurs can be too hard on him, because if they really wanted him, make it clear. Or if Spurs have tried to approach him and he said no, they pull it out there, so then it looks like Spurs are not doing anything. You know what I mean? Like, they've got Stellini and Ryan Mason at the minute. Mason's doing a good job. Stellini, I think, should go. But it's one of them where I think surely Pochettino's been there waiting. If he's the right man, just get him in.
Yeah. Now, earlier on in the studio, we had Alex Crook, talkSPORT's chief football correspondent. He was off to the London Stadium. Of course, he's commentating on West Ham against Ghent tonight. That's live on talkSPORT 2, second leg of their Europa Conference tie. It's live from 8 p.m. But he, of course, is the man in the know, and he's got more for us on that story and joins us live from the London Stadium. Crookie, welcome back to the show.
Hello again, long time no speak.
Yeah. This is major news for two reasons. Spurs fans, I'm guessing, will be a little bit, they have their nose put out of joint, and also for Chelsea, if that is their new man, this is huge news.
Yeah, I wouldn't go as far as to say that Pochettino is their new man. The information coming out of Chelsea is that they don't have a preferred candidate at this stage. They don't have a top target. If you speak to people close to Luis Enrique, yesterday they were saying that actually, in their opinion, Julian Nagelsmann is very much Chelsea's top target. Enrique seemingly now out of the running. But as you mentioned, Andy, there has been contact with Mauricio Pochettino. There was contact with him earlier in the season. It's my understanding there has been fresh contact about this job at Stamford Bridge, and that Chelsea do indeed see Pochettino as a potential candidate to replace Graham Potter.
Quickly, let me ask you a question. Pochettino, we know how well he did at Spurs. Maybe he did okay at PSG, won the league, but that's no real. We don't get real much credit for that. But why do you think he's not been given a job? And also, why do you think he's not ended up back at Spurs?
I think he's had opportunities. I think Aston Villa certainly sounded him out when they decided to get rid of Steven Gerrard. Obviously, Emery came in the end because I think Pochettino made it clear that he didn't want that job. He's been linked with West Ham, where I am tonight. Again, I think he would see that probably as a job slightly beneath him. Because, as you mentioned, he's been at Paris Saint-Germain. He's been alongside the likes of Lionel Messi. He's taken Tottenham to a Champions League final. I think he sets his sights very high. So I think that's one reason that he's not come back in so far. In terms of Spurs, it's a strange old situation, because it's been fairly common knowledge for a while now that Pochettino would be keen to go back to North London. Maybe there's a bit of reluctance on behalf of Daniel Levy, because if he did rehire Pochettino, in some people's eyes, that might be acknowledging the mistake he made in getting rid of him in the first place. But I wouldn't necessarily say that this contact from Chelsea means Pochettino definitely isn't of interest to Tottenham.
Cookie, I'm going to let you go because for two reasons. One, I want to take some calls on it, and two, you've got about 90 minutes until you commentate on 90 minutes, so I know you've got work to do, but always a pleasure. Good luck with the game tonight.
Cheers, guys.
There you go, Alex. You're commentating for that game from the London Stadium as West Ham take on Ghent in the Europa Conference League, live on talkSPORT 2. That one right here, of course, from 7 o'clock. Build-up begins on talkSPORT of Man United's trip to Sevilla. Let's speak to Luke, a Chelsea fan. Hi, Luke. How are you?
Hello, Benny. Hello, Andy.
How are you, pal?
In regards to Pochettino, I was just sitting there thinking about it, listening to you two speaking, and I was thinking, it wouldn't have been a bad move. But in all fairness, he did win the league with PSG. He couldn't do nothing with Tottenham, but no manager has. But he also lost the league in France.
Yeah, his first season.
I think it was Lille won it.
Yeah.
And I think to myself, like, I could probably might be exaggerating, but I could near enough win the league with PSG. If you've got Mbappe, Neymar, Messi. I don't know. I don't think I want it, to be honest. I prefer Nagelsmann, and then Luis Enrique. He'd be my third choice out of what's left. I'd prefer to keep Tuchel in the first place, if I'm honest.
Of course.
Yeah, of course.
But I think it'd be my third choice out of what's left. Or Zinedine Zidane. I don't know why his name ain't been mentioned. I'll take him as well, no problem.
What, over Poch?
Over Poch, yeah. Poch would be right down there. Like I said, he didn't win with Tottenham, which I know no manager has really, but the PSG thing puts me off. Like, it's a French league. I know he won it once, but he also lost the league to Lille. Like, you've got the likes of Mbappe, who's probably the best striker in the world other than Haaland. I don't know if I want him, you know. Nah.
Okay, all right, that's interesting. Do you think, in fact, Luke, are you still there?
Yeah, I'm still
Luke,
here.
what percentage of Chelsea fans do you think agree with you? Roughly.
50-50, I'd say.
Okay, all right. Thanks, Luke. It's an interesting one, isn't it? I think Spurs fans would be devastated if that. So many Spurs fans want Poch back.
Yeah, but I guess if they don't get him, then you know for a fact it's going to be Daniel Levy's fault that Poch hasn't been allowed to go to Chelsea.
Yeah. Well, the latest reports for Spurs were he was interested in Vincent Kompany, wasn't he?
Yeah. So he'll stay there.
Yeah.
Get Stellini out, man. Let Ryan Mason do the job on his own.
talkSPORT Drive with Andy Goldstein. Monday to Friday afternoon from 4 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.